We have internal economies of scale. Internal economies of scale are the cost benefit that an individual firm can enjoy when it grows. So we call it internal economies of scale because this is a cost advantage for a firm because it's expanding within, the expansion happens within the business.
Yes.
So the firm is expanding, the business is expanding within its jurisdiction. That is internal economies of scale. So what are the causes of internal economies of scale? Number one, purchasing economies of scale. So you could call them the causes, and it could be the types of internal economies of scale. Are you with me?
Sure.
So the first one is purchasing economies. When you talk about purchasing economies, it simply means a cost advantage you have because you buy in bulk. Bulk purchasing. So when you buy in bulk, you are able to get discounts on the quantities you bought. So the discount you get reduces the unit.
From the suppliers.
Yes, from the suppliers, yes. So the discount you get reduces your cost of production. So the average cost of production would reduce because of the discount you got. That is purchasing economies of scale. So do you get purchasing economies of scale?
Why they give businesses discounts?
They give discounts to encourage bulk purchasing. So you know that if you buy in large quantities, there's tendency for you to get a reduced price.
Sure.
So that encourages you to buy. So discount encourages businesses to buy in large quantities.
Okay, get it.
Clear.
That's the reason.
That's one reason for purchasing economies of scale.
Sure.
Clear. The second one, marketing economies of scale. A number of marketing economies exist. For example, it may be cost effective for a large firm to run its own delivery vehicles. For a large firm with lots of deliveries to make, this would be cheaper than paying a distributor. Marketing economies can occur because some marketing costs, such as producing a television advert, are fixed. These costs can be spread over more units of output for a larger firm. Therefore, the average cost of adverts is smaller for a large firm. For marketing economies of scale, advertisement cost is always fixed. The cost of advertisement is fixed. But for a big firm, for a big company, a big business, because you have different product portfolio, you have different products available.
Yes.
You have different services you render. So they can use the same advert for all. They can use the same time frame, the same timeline to advertise all your products. So that means the cost of advertisement can be spread across all your products. Unlike a small business.
So basically, it's the same advert basically, but changing with the different products.
Yes, display changes. This is what it means. ABC is a company.
Yeah.
DCE is a company. ABC produces different products. DCE produces just one product.
Yeah.
And we're going to pay the same advertisement cost. We're going to pay the same fee for advertisement.
Yeah, sure.
ABC might display different kind of product during the advertisement. DCE can only display one product. So the cost of advertising for DCE is high because it cannot spread the cost cut across other products. But for ABC, it can spread the cost cut across other products.
Yeah.
That is marketing economies of scale. Do you get it?
Understand.
So for large businesses, their cost of marketing is always
small.
reduced. Yes.
Just like it reminds me Burger King. They're doing, the video, the advert. They're doing with the same, formula or the same thing all over again, with different products.
That's it.
Yeah.
But a small business will not be able to do that. A small fast food restaurant might not be able to do that. Do you get it?
Yeah, sure.
Technical economies of scale. Technical economies of scale occurs because larger plants are often more efficient than smaller ones. There can be more specialization and more investment in machinery. One example of technical economies is the way a large firm would make better use of an essential resource than a smaller firm. So, technical economies of scale. Okay. Technical economies of scale simply means that a large firm has the capability to invest in large equipment or large machinery, and it is expected of a large equipment or machinery to perform more efficient than a small equipment or a small machinery. Yes or no?
So what do you mean by that?
Using large equipment or machinery, they produce more.
Yeah.
They do better than using a small equipment.
Of course.
So that is economies of scale on its own. So large firms, large businesses have the ability to buy equipment, machinery that would allow them to have efficiency. Smaller firms might not be able to do that. So that is technical economies of scale.
So basically, if a machine is bigger and can produce more efficiently than small ones, then it's
Economies of scale. It's an
own,
example of economies of scale. Internal.
Okay.
Clear.
The
next one. Financial economies of scale. For financial economies of scale, it simply talks about how large firms can become attractive to financial institutions, unlike small firms.
What do you mean?
Small firms will find it difficult to source for finance.
Of course.
Especially when it is external. But for large firms, because they are large, banks want to transact with them. Because if you are large, it means you are successful. So everybody wants to associate with a successful business, which is a large business. So large businesses can have access to loans at a cheaper rate than small businesses.
Of course.
Do you get it? Because large businesses are not considered as high risk, unlike small businesses. For small businesses, banks do not want to give them loans because they are being considered as high risk. They might not have the capability to pay back.
Oh, I know.
So the accessibility comes to large businesses. They have access to loans, they have access to finance because they are being considered as big and successful.
That makes it
financial economies of scale. So they're going to be able to get loans even at a reduced cost. But for smaller firms,
they cannot do that.
They can't. Banks, if banks wants to give them loan, banks will charge them high interest to discourage them.
Makes it a disadvantage for smaller companies.
And that is economies of scale. Clear? Is it clear, please?
Clear.
Managerial economies. As firms expand, they can afford specialist managers. A small business may employ a general manager responsible for finance, human resources, marketing, and production. The manager may find this role demanding and may be weak in some areas of the job. A large firm can employ specialists. As a result, efficiency is likely to improve and average costs fall. Managerial economies of scale. A small business would not have the financial capability to employ specialists. If it might employ one to do all. Unlike a large business will have specialists, different specialists for different roles. A small business would have a specialist for many roles. And having a specialist for many roles means inefficiency would come in place.
Really?
He might get tired. She might get tired. You are making him to do her to do a lot of things.
Yeah, you're forcing employee to do more stuff.
To do more.
Then they cannot.
As a result, inefficiency will come in, and that might even increase the average cost of production. But for large firms, they can even attract the most skilled workers, the most skilled managers in the industry because they are big. Everyone wants to associate him or herself to a big firm. So that allows efficiency because a large firm will have the ability to employ skilled managers or special managers for special purpose. Or for each department, a manager can be assigned, unlike a small business.
Yeah.
So employing different managers for different roles will bring about efficiency, and that would reduce the cost of production. Small firms do not have these opportunities.
So basically, more specialist managers makes it
more efficient.
More efficient.
Clear.
Okay, makes sense.
The next one, risk-bearing economies. When we talk about risk-bearing, it's simply talking about diversification. A large firm can diversify.
Yeah, sure.
So diversifying means you are spreading your risk.
Yeah.
So for a large firm, because you have different product portfolio, because you have different products or different services, it means if service A is not selling or product A is not selling, product B might sell. So if product B is not selling, product C might sell. As a large business, you are able to spread your risk.
Yeah.
Unlike a small business with limited product portfolio. So if that product or service is not selling, then you are
that's
gone.
a problem.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that is risk bearing. The ability of a firm
Making
to be able to
risks.
spread its
Risks.
risk.
Yeah.
Diversification.
Mm.
Any question about internal economies of scale?
Yeah.
Clear, right?
So basically,